again, it's Michelle L3, and I'm going to show another math trick. So we'll see how you like this one. This one is squaring any number that ends in 5. Any number that ends in 5. Usually we think of a 2-digit number. If we get into the 3-digit numbers, it gets a little tough, but it would work. But this is to do this mental math. So let's talk about any number that ends in 5, like a 2-digit number that ends in 5. So let's try 25. Now, before I start, we all know what squaring means, correct? To square means to multiply that by itself. So we can also write it like this. Either way, that's the same problem. 25 squared is 25 times 25. So we know that. Well, let's think of it logically. If we look at it like this, for instance, we can tell that it's going to end in 25. Why? Here we have 5 multiplied by 5. Logically, let's figure out that it's going to end in 25. That's going to be the same every time. Anytime we square a number that ends in 5, we are going to wind up with the last 2 digits being 25. Now, how do we find what is going to go up here? Well, the way to do that, let's think of a number line, and we're counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Our first digit here is a 2, and that's the number that we're going to look at to figure this out. We look at that 2, and let's see if we were counting up, the next number on the number line would be a 3. So what we're going to do is we're going to multiply this digit times the next number up if we were counting, and that would be a 3. So 2 times 3 is 6, and so we get a final answer of 625. And so that's how you can square a number that ends in 5. So let's look at another one. I lost my pen. Went flying across the room. Fine, we'll use a different color. Let's try 35 times 35. Again, we can even cover this number up for a second. At 5 squared would be 25, so it's going to end in 25. To get what goes up here, we take the 3, multiply it by the next number up if we were counting. So that's going to be a 4. 3 times 4 is 12, so that's going to be our first 2 numbers. And we get an answer of 1,225. So now, your turn. Let's try this one. Let's go to 65 times 65. Okay, you know it by now. Last 2 numbers are going to be 5 times 5, which is 25. Goodness, pen isn't that strong. The first 2 numbers, take that 6, multiply it by the next number up, which is 7, and we get 42. So our final answer is going to be 4,225. Okay? So that's what we call the squaring any number that ends in 5 trick. Practice, practice some more, and soon you'll be able to do that in your head. You won't even have to think about it or write it down. Cool, huh? Bye.